Good morning, this is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, and I apologize for the noise. I'm sitting here with my windows open and the highway's not that far away, but it's nice to have the cool breeze coming in. So I want to read to you an article. I can't play it because of the fact that it's not in Raw Story or Substack or somewhere where you can hear the audio. So it's titled, New Oklahoma Curriculum Includes Pro-Trump Conspiracy Theories. Now that could be good or it could be bad. Well, I'll let you think for yourself as we go down through here. And that's a picture of the Oklahoma Superintendent of Public Instruction. His name is Ryan Walters, and he's a jackoff if there ever was one. Right-wing Christian nut. Beginning in the 2025 school year, thousands of high school students in Oklahoma will be required to learn about President Trump's debunked claims that the 2020 election was tainted by fraud. The lesson will not be part of a course on conspiracy theories, but an official component of the new studies curriculum created by the Oklahoma Superintendent of Public Instruction, Ryan Walters. They ought to fire his fucking ass. Anyway, the new curriculum includes a section that requires students to analyze contemporary turning points of the 21st century society. The requirement includes the following. Identify discrepancies in 2020 elections by looking at graphs and other information, including the sudden halting of ballot counting in key battleground states. Now, I've got to tell you, the graphs, I wouldn't trust the data in those graphs, and wouldn't trust the graphs they're going to show you. They're going to be tainted. The security risk of mail-in balloting, which is bullshit, sudden batch dumps, an unforeseen record number of voters, and the unprecedented contradiction of bellwether county trends. Bellwether counties are considered to be indicators of who's going to win. In March, Walters said the purpose of this section was to teach students to think for themselves and not be spoon-fed left-wing propaganda. There you go. And not be spoon-fed left-wing propaganda. So these concepts that are taught in this particular curriculum are going to be extremely right-wing oriented, extremely Christian nationalist oriented, extremely fascist oriented. Walters is wrong. There are no discrepancies in the 2020 election results that validate the claims of Trump and his allies that the results were fraudulent. The new curriculum is simply an amalgamation of unsupported claims. There was no sudden halting of ballot counting in key states. The counting took an extended period in some states because election officials were legally prohibited from counting early ballots in advance. Mail-in balloting is safe and secure. Large increases in vote totals, batch dumps happen in every election, impact both parties, and are not a sign of fraud. I do my ballot by mail, so I do mail-in balloting. Record turnout in 2020 was unforeseen, was due to the increased engagement related to pandemic and other factors, and traditional bellwether counties are now more conservative than the nation as a whole. And here's the kicker. The new curriculum will cost Oklahoma taxpayers at least $33 million. I'm going to stop here, and I'm just going to tell you, if you live in Oklahoma and you have children, get the fuck out of Oklahoma. What the hell's wrong with you? Damn. I'd be gone in a New York minute. I wouldn't want my kids subject to that shit, and somebody should sue them for forcing the children to eat that shit in their classes. It's kind of like the stupid bullshit that we did in the 50s. It wasn't until 1956 or 7 that he put under God in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And they forced us to say under God when many of us may not have believed in God. So I'm not saying I didn't believe in God. I'm just saying there were people there where all the children were forced to do it as part of the morning routine. So this is JC saying, fuck Ryan, and fuck Trump, and fuck all the conspiracy theories. They're all bullshit. And to all my friends, family, subscribers, and followers, pox some more, Jack. Keep on trucking.